He has a case,
Okay.
and I'm turning in the paperwork for the case. Yeah.
Alright, so what are you trying to do? What?
Okay. There's corruption with my daughter.
What do you
CPS worker lied out of.
We have this glass, so you can move.
Okay. A CPS worker lied. His name is James Hastings out of Hillsboro, Texas.
James what?
Hastings,
How do you spell his last name?
Hastings.
James or James?
James, James. I reported it to a supervisor. He knew charges were dismissed and he set up a custody dispute.
Okay. Have you spoken to CPS about that?
They keep ignoring it. I've made more than 20 something.
We can't investigate CPS.
Well, Tiffany Gooding has a case. I believe my wealthy stalker, set up for bribe these people.
But I'm talking, that's separate. We're talking about what you just told me.
Yeah, this is gonna go with the report to Tiffany, so she has evidence.
That has
of-
nothing else to do. I'm just telling you.
Remember, I told you I was
investigated by
blacklisted when you
CPS.
came out with Right Care, and I told you I was blacklisted about the Salvation Army, how Salvation Army staff lied and said I was blocking traffic.
But that's Salvation Army. That's not
Well,
CPS.
if he's bribing Salvation Army and courts and CPS workers, and I have a stalking and harassment case, that's evidence, and tampering with evidence is a felony. And lying to me and covering for him is a crime. I thought that was tampering with evidence, which was a felony. If I'm giving evidence, if I'm giving evidence of what he's doing and people disregard it and don't ignore it, that's tampering with evidence.
It's not that I'm disregarding it. It's
Oh.
that it's not going through the proper channels. Does that make sense?
Okay, well, what I did was I reported to Tiffany Gooding. Now you have to do is a proper investigation, and you can see that these parties are lying and slandering me.
Okay, that's fine.
And,
What's his reference number?
to Tiffany Gooding,
No, for the CPS thing, the one you're talking about.
I don't know because they hide the
Do you have
case
his
from
ID
me.
number, his badge number, his employee ID number?
Well, it should be just one James Hastings out of Hillsboro, Texas.
Alright. Alright, so
And his
what's your concern?
supervisor is Regina Harris out of Waco.
Okay,
And both of them made false statements to set up a custody. I told them that the stepmom was abusive and what was going on, and they ignored it and
Your
made false
concern is
statements.
about,
Can I tell you? They made false statements in
that's what
the,
I'm trying to clarify, the concerns is the false statement.
that they made off in a, I forgot, administrative review. I think that's what it was. They made multiple false statements in it.
Okay.
And it can be proven. Let me tell you how it can be proven because I wrote letters. All they have to do is get my handwritten letters, and you can see that they're making false statements in the administrative review.
Okay, what are those false statements alleging?
That I had a history of abuse, which I didn't. It actually was a stepmom that had the history of abuse.
So you had a history of abuse is what they're saying, but you didn't?
Right. They have no evidence of a history of abuse.
And that's
They,
towards your daughter?
Yeah, it was slander. But there was a history of abuse with my daughter, with the stepmom.
What's your daughter's last name?
Cage, Cage.
What's her first name?
The first name,
Mm-hmm.
Michaela, Michala.
M-A-C-H?
Niece.
That she's making false statements, and Mr. James Hastings, I'm guessing, with CPS, is believing those statements, and Ms. Regina Harris, the supervisor, you complained to, and nothing's being done.
Right. He made false statements, and she made false statements, and taking bribes to sabotage and hinder someone's child custody agreement. Hindering a child custody agreement is a crime.
Okay.
So I had a child custody agreement, and with these false statements, the child custody of my child has been taken away, and I'm on supervised visits.
All right. So this is
And
report put out in
also,
the documentary.
and also with Salvation Army, they detained me. When I had a lot going on in my life, I was supposed to be getting an apartment, and I got detained for a whole month because of the lie.
Okay.
So these are consequences that's causing a big impact on my life, these lies and slander that are being ignored. So I've turned in multiple different things. The police report number is 228, along with the child custody agreement, 228-380-2021. They're also not adhering to the child custody agreement as well.
What's that?
They're not adhering to that child custody agreement that you got. Then before that, it was another child custody agreement that wasn't being adhered to. And then the court changed their mind and said that we didn't give you the child custody agreement.
I'm sorry, this is
Oh, okay. October 26th, they did not give me access to my daughter, wouldn't let me talk to her. October 26, 2018. I turned it into the court that they wouldn't let me talk to her. I had no access. And then the court changed the child custody, the agreement that they said.
Okay. All right. So I'll notate that on that report number, okay?
Okay, so what is gonna be done, because I've made multiple different reports and I'm not getting calls back from investigators?
I'm gonna forward it to Ms. Detective Good, and the only other thing I can recommend is you come here when she's actually here. She's not here right
It
now.
will forward it to her and her supervisor.
Okay.
Because, I mean, tampering with evidence is a felony. And for whatever reason, if she keeps covering for it, then that's those consequences for her.
Okay, man. Alright, so I got all the information I need, but other than that, you're good to go, okay?
Okay, well, I have the report number. I hope this time I get a call from an investigator, because I've been fell through the crack multiple times with CPS and the police department for some reason.
Okay, man. Alright, have a good day, okay?
You too, thank you.
You're welcome.